Hello everyone. My name's Mimi and welcome back to my channel. I talk all things beauty, fashion, DIY, style, and occasionally I vlog. Today I have a beauty video for you. I'm going to be reviewing the new Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken 5-in-1 Concealer, which is this baby right here. And I am going to be comparing it to my new favorite concealer, which is the Joah Perfect Complexion Eye Serum Concealer, which is this one right here. Now, I have spoken about this concealer before a couple of times, and I love it. This new Color Stay Skin Awaken Concealer, I'm just curious about because recently the price of this one went up a lot, and this one is a lot less expensive. This one, I think average retail price is $9.99, and I love Revlon Cosmetics. So this is actually easier to find than this one by Joah. The color I have in this one is TN045, and I'm going to swatch it for you so you can see what it looks like. It's a really wonderful color match for me, and I have not opened nor tried nor looked at this Revlon one, so we're going to see what this one does. Okay, it's a sponge tip. Right, let's see. Oh, it's a squeezy sponge tip. Right, I like that because this one is a twist at the bottom, so I like this. Let's see, they look very similar in color in the tube, so let's see what they look like. Alright, they are very, very similar in color. Actually, this is the Revlon and it's more yellow and whiter, and this one is more neutral and tan. So, but I think it will still work for me. It's just a brighter color. It's so strange because they look so similar in the tube. In the tube, they look only slightly different. So let's see how this does. But before we get into that, let me tell you what this one claims. All right. So this concealer has 19 shades. It claims to have a 24-hour wear. It claims to erase, perfect, brighten, hydrate, and refresh skin. So those are the what it means by 5-in-1. It's supposed to be transfer resistant. It has caffeine and vitamin C. So those are things that brighten and depuff. So the other claims is that it hides imperfections. It's a concealer. It's supposed to hide dark circles. They always claim that, and they don't always work. Camouflage puffiness. That's a new one. But that's what the caffeine and vitamin C are in this for, to camouflage puffiness. It's supposed to have a mess-free antibacterial sponge tip. This one's messy. It has a sponge tip. So I don't believe that. And it's free of paraffins, phthalates, fragrance, and mineral oil. That's good. I smell just like a slight paint. I don't smell any added fragrance, unlike this one, which smells like herbal medicine. So let's try this out. I have my handy dandy sponge right here, and I'm going to try this one first. I'm going to put it on this eye right here. And oh, I forgot to add, I'm already wearing my foundation, but nothing else. I've powdered my eyebrows, but that's about it. I'm not wearing anything else. So let's see how this works under my eyes. All right. I'm gonna let it sit there for a second. Already it's thicker. It's much thicker than my Joah that I like so much. can already tell that. I'm going to use this pal brush. Did I get foundation on my shirt? Makeup on my shirt? Can't tell. I don't think I did. Okay, so it's very, I mean, I'm not sure. So that's the before with my chin, and that's the after, and I'm totally not sure. So let's see what the eye happens with my eye. This is so much thicker than the Joah. It's not as covering. It doesn't cover as nicely as the Joah either. And I think that's because the shade isn't. Yeah, it's dry, and I don't like the color. Here, let's put on the Joah now, so you can see the difference. Put it on the side. This is so much thinner than the Joah, than the Revlon one. Well, the Joah is so pretty, and it blends in better. It's not as thick and creasy as thick. It's also highly moisturizing. It's not dry. Look at the chin. The chin looks... Okay, let me put on my glasses so I can see if there's a difference. Because I think there is. Yeah, see how light it is? It's much lighter. And it didn't really cover, it just made everything look kind of like gray. Now I'm going to put, blend this in over here under my eye. Yeah, you can see, look at the difference. Let me put my glasses so I can see the difference, but there really is. You can see how this one looks like normal skin and this one's too white, and you can still see the darkness. Well, you can see the darkness on both sides. That's just gonna happen, but this one looks more concealed than this one. It just looks nicer, in my opinion. I think my under eye is okay the way it is, but I'm going to put some of this Joah one on this side and blend it in so that it covers. And on the eye, I'm going to leave it alone because I want to see what happens when I power it. So, give me 1 second. Alright, the powder I'm going to use is my mix of arrowroot powder and Midnight Pretty Pink. And I love this mix together. It's so nice. So I'm gonna powder my under eyes and start. What do you think? So this is the Joah, and this is the Revlon. I still think the Joah looks better. Yeah, the Joah covers better, and it's such a thin consistency. This is better color payoff. You can still really see the dark gray under this eye, and I think it's because this one is the wrong tone for me. It's too light. It looks, and this one also looks smoother. This one looks more dry. It looked drier before I powdered it too. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup, and I am going to come back with, in a bit, with a check-in and my final thoughts. Okay, so I finished my makeup, and I'm gonna be honest, now that I have all my makeup on, this concealer, although it doesn't cover the darkness as well as Joah, it's not bad. It's actually a good concealer. It doesn't have as much coverage as I like. So you can see, this is the Joah side, and you see almost no dark circle, and this is the Revlon side, and you can see shadow. And I think that's just because this is the wrong shade for me. It's too light, so it's not enough pigment and the right undertone to cover the gray that I have, the gray that's peeking through. This doesn't settle into fine lines. It is drier than the Joah, but not by much. It's a thicker consistency, so it's not as easy to blend, but it's not settling into my fine lines. I've got a lot. See, when I smile, they just pop out. It's just the shape of my face. I have this fat that puffs forward when I smile, and when I relax my face, it's gone, so it doesn't sink into that. Yeah, it's actually good. It's harder to blend than the Joah because the Joah is so thin. It's such a fine serum-y consistency. I think I said that already. If you like, it is a lighter weight. It feels the same on my skin, honestly, as Joah. So I don't feel any difference. It feels very light. It feels like I'm not wearing anything, actually. So I'd say they're comparable only in the fact of the way they wear on the skin. As for the 24-hour claim, I don't know. I haven't worn it that long. Does it erase imperfections? It mildly, I mean, in my opinion. Didn't hide my dark circles, doesn't mean it won't hide yours. It's not bad. It really is fragrance-free, that I like. You can't beat it for the price. I'll probably try this again in a darker color. I got the shade, what shade did I get in this? I'm not sure. I said medium deep. Yeah, these run very light, and I don't like that look. I find that my dark circles, or my darkness, is covered better by a concealer that is almost the exact shade of my skin. So when I showed you the swatches of the Joah, it really was almost the exact shade of my skin, and that's what I need to cover my darkness. Otherwise, as you can see, it's brightening, but the gray still shows through, and that's what I don't want to show. You could try to fix it with a color corrector, but why should you? If you have the right tone and right shade, right undertone and right shade of concealer, you don't need a color corrector. So at the end of the day, the Revlon concealer has not beaten out my beautiful new favorite concealer, which is the Joah. Do I like it? Yes. Would I recommend it? Yes, if you can find a color match. As always, if you like this video, please give me a 2 thumbs up and subscribe. And if you didn't, give me a thumbs down and tell me how I can improve. My name's Mimi, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.